Hey, it's Faye. Listen, Linda. Excuse me for no commentary last week. Grab a snack. It's gonna be a handful today. This is a mix of things that stood out to me and my controversial 2 cents that no one really cares about for episodes 5 and 8. So we left off where Suki and Jin-young married off to paradise together, and I will say there was a lot of chemistry between the two. The whole island was shaken from the tension between Jin-young and Suki, especially in that water. I still can't get over her enticing look. I failed to mention last time that it's all in the eyebrows for her. Literally, that's how she pulls it off. Back to when Jin-young and Suki were in the pool. You and I were thinking the same thing. We are no better than them. She's sexy, and not even a hater can deny that. Yes, I said hater because in the last video, you guys were calling me a hater. I mean, some of you guys. Oh, it's not rocket science that Jin-young is very much into Suki. What? He did that little finger pulling trick that signaled all sorts of things that we probably needed underwater goggles to see and confirm. But honestly, I think that's the most skinship we're gonna get all season. Actually, I think sooner than later, we're gonna experience a kiss, or like someone goes in bed with someone, right? Per the trailer. However, the relationship starts to fail as soon as they get back to the island because some distance starts to grow between them. Some may think, but honestly, I believe because they start to drift, Homeboy and Miss Eyebrows are starting to miss and yearn for each other. Take for example the 2 times that Jin-young went to paradise and came back. All he really cared for is what they did back in the Inferno where Suki was. We see it play out as Jin-young gets more and more impatient. He wants to spend time with her because he is so popular, Miss Popular over here. Every girl takes a piece of him to paradise except his heart. This is allowing Jungwoo, boy with no teeth, to drive closer to Suki. And it's working. I think it's working. They're becoming more comfortable with each other to the point where she cried in front of him. She was so touched by the book that he lent her. That her perspective, her headspace shifted gears. And I'm kind of shocked that Suki's actually entertaining this, wanting to give him a fair chance. I'm not a Suki hater. I'm rooting for her with Jungwoo. And I'm starting to like her more. I'm opening up to her again. It was kind of funny when she was crying. Jungwoo gave her a wet wipe and she was like, why didn't you give me a tissue like a dry wipe? Also, I like her more because she's struggling. I like her struggling. Welcome to the real world, Suki, where you don't get who you want, what you want, when you want. She even said that this is the first time she felt things were tough for her. In the beginning, when she came in, everything was easy breezy. Cover girl. She was flying by, carrying the whole show, thinking that guys left and right were drilling for her. Now things are complicated, but I still think like everything's in her favor. So like, boohoo, cry me a river. Jungwoo in that moment promised to win the next game just for her because she really wanted to win, but then she didn't win, so she didn't get to choose him. So he was like, I promise to win the next game for you, Miss Eyebrows. Although he did play second, which he still got to choose because it's top 3 priority. On that topic, holy sh! Can we talk about how the water wrestling made everyone and their moms hold their breath? How did the water trunks not fall off? Like, did they wear cups? How did they maneuver without jamming into each other? If you know. It was indeed stressful and painful to watch how strong they are. I really hope that Jin-young and Jungwoo hug it out because there was definitely some hard feelings in this filthy water and pee. You can't. They were nervous. It's okay. Also, okay, I know Jin-young and Jungwoo both really wanted to win so they can pick Suki to take to paradise. But hell, where did Jungwoo come from? He still has his mind set on Suki, and I don't like it. The record strain. Suki and Jungwoo had a conversation. She just wasn't really into him, and respectfully, I just like you like a brother kind of thing. And I give her a lot of credit because she seemed very uncomfortable, but she built that courage in her, and she laid it down for him. Deemed big brother. That's it, and that should be it. Yeah, for sure I didn't like how Suki treated him at paradise. But now I'm annoyed with Jungwoo. Bro, Doc, you have so much going for you. Leave her alone because at this point you might come off creepy. And as a man, I'd advise you to take these concerns into deep consideration because it is not looking good on you. It is not in your favor. That's all I have to say about Jungwoo. I think he just needs to just stop. Okay, so when Soen comes back from paradise because she was paired up with Hanbin Bi, my boy Homjae was left drying his legs through quicksand. As soon as Soen came back and sat down, Miss Inferno Intercom was like, hello everyone, today's your chance to pull your girl aside on a one-on-one date before everyone else snatches her. He had no time to waste to the dumps. He shot up, went for it, pulled Soen aside, and they were gone. Maybe he just didn't want to be stuck with Zoe, but that's another story for another time. Speaking of her, my mind did not change on Zoe. Let me just throw this out as a disclaimer because I know we all have different opinions about Zoe. I don't sit well with her, but that doesn't mean that you can't sit with her. Sit. No one's taking away your sitting privileges. However, me, I'ma stand over here and I'ma walk over there away from your seated ass because I don't vibe with her. Just kidding. I really don't care if you like her or don't like her. These are just my real life opinions as I watch the show, and yeah, my opinions sway and change because new information is revealed to us. Okay, it's called evolution. I had this whole back and forth with my niece Miracle because she's watching the show too. My nieces Miracle and Melanie, and they have the opposite opinion about Zoe and Yeonjae. They're saying that Yeonjae led Zoe on continuous time after time after time. I did in the last video, if you watched, did call Yeonjae out for misleading her once when they sat down in the tent. Are you curious about me? He opened up the field for a game to be played. I said that. So yeah, it definitely gave Zoe the impression that the door was open. However, I still strongly feel that she's weird, and I still believe that she believes what she wants to convince herself of. Kind of delusional in a sense because she's in denial. I don't know. Even the conversation with Hanbin, Bi and Zoe had outside, she's like, oh, I'm the type to just like go headstrong for one person, but Yeonjae's the type to like wanting to get to know everyone. And Hanbin's like, girl, he likes Soeun. It's pretty clear. Use your eyes. He only pursues her. Like, come on, no, you're in denial.
나는 학교까지 서은 씨랑 같이 있었잖아. 그래서 지금 찾아가는 게 부담을.
Oh my god, why?
부담은 아닌 것 같긴 해. 근데 지금 안 찾아가면 타이밍이.
No, girl, she's no, don't listen to her.
근데 여기서 시간을 더 줘버리면 그냥 마음이.
No.
Don't do it.
그렇겠다. 저기 올라가서 나눠주면 상관없어.
Oh my god.
우리 가보자.
It's because she needed someone to like support her in the idea. It's fine that she likes Yeonjae and only sets her eyes on him. I mean, Hanbin likes Soeun, Dongwoo likes Seoki, although like borderline red flags. I don't know about that one. They're all like headstrong about this one person, right? Or like Jungwoo, we root for him. Yes, but to continuously pull Yeonjae aside in the past, like, I mean, it's been like 6 days, to burden and make Yeonjae feel bad for not liking or taking interest in her, it's kind of unfair. It takes the experience away from Yeonjae as well. It's odd. I think it makes him nervous to say anything. He's constantly walking on eggshells, and I know she feels it too. Everyone does. It feels like Yeonjae cannot reject her directly. He can't do that even if it's the right thing to do, because I feel like Zoe plays this, oh, poor me, I can't even be part of your roster. When will I get a chance? In my opinion, Zoe's playing this victim, pity me, pity me. Zoe eventually suggests that let's just be friends, let's not be awkward after everything that she's done. That's the new expectation. I purely think that's not gonna happen because the damage is done. He's like beating around the bush.
No.
최대한 뭔가 가지거나 그렇게
She gonna beat his
하는
ass.
게 좋지
She's
않을까?
not playing right now.
일어나 볼까?
막 일단.
Oh, poor guy. Awkward. Let me just spell it out one more time. AWKWA are these nuts. Also to add, because I'm clearly so invested in Zoe, she's a film major. She's an inspiring actress. A freaking wonder. She's an actress. That explains why she's so expressive with her feelings, almost too sentimentally animated with her mannerism. Explains why she's always like, oh. To be quite frank, my biggest question going forward with Zoe is if she's actually being sincere and genuine, or if this is all an act, or if she's using some of her acting tactics, almost like a performance. For example, when she's heartbroken about Yeonjae or whatever, she expresses it so melodramatic in a form of like devastation, something you'd see in a K-drama. But I don't know, some people are just a little bit more animated, wear their heart on the sleeves kind of thing. I can understand that. I guess it's kind of unfair now knowing what she does. I look at her with the lens of like she's putting on a performance. Okay, I promise I'm done talking about her after this. When Zoe was walking with Soeun, she pulled Soeun aside and said, hey, I want your advice. This was revolving around her winning a game, and now she gets first pick to choose who she wants to take to paradise. Her heart is leaning toward Yeonjae, but her mind is saying go for like the new guy because he was like nicer, for gratitude. Girl, I don't know. My thing was like, why would you ask the girl that the man you like is interested in? I know Zoe says like, oh, you're wise, I want some of your wise advice, like spread your wisdom on me like butter. But think about the position that puts Soeun in. Even she was shocked. Miss Korea was like, me? You want advice from me? Because like, girl, we ain't that close. From what my judgment is, Zoe should have asked like Sejong or something. Soeun and Zoe, I've never seen them interact, or they've never shown it. Go back to the position that Soeun's put in. Of course it's no brainer that she's gonna condone to the advice of follow your heart, aka Zoe's following Yeonjae's heart. And the elephant in the room is the fact that the issue and the whole topic of Yeonjae and Zoe isn't this little hee hee ha ha thing on the beach. The whole island knows about it. We can hear it from here. I hear it from Michigan. Whether they say it or not, or they film it or not, everyone knows the closet behind the closed door. Even one of the guy hosts says that she's lying if she's saying that she's going to Paradise and wanting to pick Young Jae just to get rid of the lingering feelings. Like this is one last time for her to just let everything go if she picks Young Jae to go with her. It's justification. It's like when you know that you shouldn't do something, you ask for validation from other people, friends, family, whatever it is, so you convince them to say that you're doing the right thing so you don't feel bad when you know it's not the right thing to do. Boo! She should have just chosen the new guy. What's his face? Sejun. He chose her the night before. So he went to Paradise. Yes, I think we know that by now. Okay, was it just me or was it kind of sad and demeaning in a way, almost belittling when Sejun, the new guy, he wanted to go to Paradise with Zoe? Out of all the girls, Zoe, and everyone was like chanting, clapping, hooraying her, both men and women in the Inferno. Kind of feels like, wow, no one saw that coming. Wow, who knew you were gonna be picked? Whether the cheering was coming from a supportive place or a shocked, pitiful place, I think it was a bit much for me. And see, I'm defending Zoe. I'm on her side on this. If I were Zoe, I would be like, why are you guys clapping like I won the fucking lottery? Why are we celebrating that I was chosen? It just felt different. Speaking of the new guy, Sejun, girl, tell me why when he was coming down the stairs, he looked so hot. I was like, he's probably the hottest thing I've ever seen in my life. Everyone like was choking on their drool. Damn, leave me know. What if it's one of their exes? Damn! Whoa! But then when you saw him like face to face close up, he looks a bit done. He is really pretty. He didn't even look Korean to me at one point. I kept laughing because he wore suits, dress shirts, and jeans. But then it made sense because he was a tailor after all. I mean, Gia could wear fake Chanel, you could wear whatever you want. The new girl, what's her name? Minsu. I liked her a lot at first. Shy, sweet girl, just kind of like I don't know why I'm here. I'm the realist towards Nadine, right? My thing is, if you get in Nadine's way, I just don't fucks with you. And she got in Nadine's way. Nadine was talking to Jin Young, but then Minsu went over after the. Okay, so Minsu and Jin went to Paradise the night before. They come back to the island. The first to third place girls who won the game get to choose whoever to go back to Paradise. I love how dorky they are with English, especially Jin Young doing it to kind of impress Nadine, poke fun, the way he says Jurassic Park. I like their chemistry. It's like a very casual, playful connection they have. I want them to explore that. But no. Why? Minsu takes her little chilly self over down the beach, take Nadine's spot. Minsu came in second, Nadine came in third, so Nadine gets to pick last. We have some pressure here. Yeah, you guessed it. Minsu takes Jinyoung again. Why? I know I'm not the sharpest crayon in the box, but even Jinyoung was like, you don't have a lot of time here, you know, get to know everyone, blah, blah, blah.
Girl, he's trying to say, don't take me, please, like we just came back.
What did she do? I was so excited to see Jinyoung and Nadine finally. But that didn't happen, huh? Because Minsu's greedy selfish booty decided to take Jinyoung again. And then lastly about Sejun, I hope she gets to fly off to Paradise soon too. She's very well composed. You could tell it bothers her. Whatever, I'm just gonna wing this off again. Although like it kind of shows she's bothered, but then like still she doesn't drag it out like a big deal out of it, and I like her for that. I do see snarky licks she gives, but maybe that's just like her facial expression. So I give her props in her ego props. You know, you can tell she's feeling impatient. If anything, homegirl, Miss Sejun, I think this trip was all about you. Self-learning experience. That's what she kind of mentioned, is that like she's learning a lot about herself, and I guess that's like one of the biggest things you can take away from the show. But we wouldn't know because we're not on the island, huh? But yeah, that's my wrap up. Sad halfway through the show. I don't really know who the couples I'm rooting for now. I really want Nadine and Jinyoung. I still really ship Young Jae and Sohn, which I think they will work out at the end. For the rest, I don't care. Have your opinion swayed on members that you really liked in the beginning, now you don't really like? AKA, like, what's your opinion on Zoe? I really want to know your opinion on Zoe. One more thing I want to mention before I go. I feel like this year, the cast, like, they don't really care to like each other. Is that just me? There's literally, like, one hot guy and then one girl that everyone's fighting for. All the guys are on one girl, all the girls are on one guy. The ratio balance is so bad. Versus, like, last year, at least they mingled a bit more. That could just be me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to thumbs up. Until next week, I'm sending love. Bye!
Even if you tried, you wouldn't understand.